In last month's programme, we shared a video highlights reel of the 2015 Learning Awards, and we captured the moment when Dave Buglas of Tesco Bank won the coveted Chief Learning Officer of the Year award. We caught up with him recently to find out how he feels about his win and his L&D plans for the future.
Dave Buglas, it's great to meet you, great to talk to you. You were the winner of the Gold Award CLO of the Year for the Learning Awards for 2015. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Nigel. 2,
did it mean anything to you? Was it significant to win that award?
Yes, it did actually. It was a really quite funny feeling on the evening. I think I'd spoken to some of the guys in the team and talked about the fact that we'd had a real kind of big kind of effort on awards during 2014, and I think I explained that we'd won the one up in Scotland, which was absolutely fantastic for me personally, being based up there. But to hear my name actually called out on the stage on the night, because we obviously did the 3-2-1, and obviously the first 2 names had gone, and I'm still sitting there in my chair, and I had worked it out by then, but it was fantastic. I felt really, really proud. Really quite flattered that I guess the judging panel had chosen me as that kind of sort of winner. So yeah, it feels really good. Still kind of really can't quite get over it. And I'm saying earlier on, I think my phone's never stopped. But yeah, it's been really good.
Good. So you're now a role model for aspiring CLOs, as you probably realise. No pressure. Yeah. So if you had to give someone a couple of tips, what would you, with your years of experience, a couple of tips to someone coming through learning and development?
I think our industry as a whole is going to change quite dramatically in the next sort of 12, 18 months beyond. And I think probably one of the things I've enjoyed most in the last 2 or 3 years of my career, and maybe why I've probably started to have a bit of a louder voice, is that I've started to speak my mind, and I've kind of started to maybe kind of speak against what some of the traditional people that I've maybe worked with in my career have actually been saying and pushing. And I think having a bit of belief in yourself as an L&D professional, kind of getting your ideas out and sharing them with different people, but maybe kind of going a little bit further and trying to kind of push the boundaries and trying to work out how some of the other processes typically within HR and people and stuff like that start to connect with our own profession is where L&D professionals need to be looking. So.
Tell me the kind of things that you speak when you speak your mind.
Yeah, okay, so generally, I wouldn't say I'm overly controversial. I think I've had my Jerry Maguire year last year, I think like we talked about when I came to meet you in the panel, but I think HR, of which we are kind of quite an instrumental part, has probably missed a really massive opportunity in the last 3 or 4 years during, I guess, what was the only recession of my lifetime. And I think we probably had a really massive opportunity as a function to set the agenda and set the pace with what organisations needed to do to turn it around. And if I look at our own organisation, where I am at the minute in Tesco, one of the biggest unique assets we have as a business is probably our people. And I think we, as a profession, whether that be learning development, linked into employee engagement, talent, etc., have a huge role to play. And I think maybe me in the last couple of years, I've just probably had a bit more confidence, maybe speaking out against some of the more traditional HR kind of thinking and processes that we have in our organisation. So I think I've been generally quite admired for it so far. So
yeah,
but more to do, lots more to do, I think. And it was interesting. I got the Burson report in last week, and I started reading that from Deloitte's, and the learning has now shot up to number 3 in the top HR 10. The top 10 HR trends, and I think we have a massive opportunity continuing. So, and there's a big piece as well in the role of the Chief Learning Officer need to be elevated. So, and hopefully today we'll hear that. So.
Going backwards,
yep.
What's your greatest achievement of the last couple of years?
I think pretty much. I mean, obviously it's been a fantastic journey in the last 5 years building the bank from scratch. I think we said that on the day when we came to see you. We started with our own laptops and we started with our own mobile phones. We had no offices or nothing, and the ability, I guess, the opportunity in the last sort of 2 or 3 years to kind of put together a high-performing learning team within the organisation, and at the same time convince my HR director that learning and development, as well as talent and employee engagement, all sat in the same space, was a massive thing for me. And I've been able to kind of sort of start to shape, new people strategies that we don't have and we didn't have in Tesco previously. And I think we've done such a good job on that, Nigel. We've started to kind of get credit down the road in the main business, and we've started to kind of work with them on how we can actually affect what they're trying to do. And they've kind of almost taken the bank as a bit of a test case, a test kind of sort of pilot site. So, but winning the licensed to operate effectively, I guess.
Sure. Looking forward, biggest challenge of the next couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest challenge in our organisation and in the wider Tesco organisation, and then I guess widely in most organisations, is employee retention and employee engagement. And I think it was interesting. I saw a really interesting job posted recently in Scotland at Sky, which was the Director of Know-How, which was basically the merging of knowledge management, learning and communication into one kind of core role and function. And kind of looked at that long and hard and had a bit of a think about that, and that pretty much where we would try to go in our organisation with by merging the traditional core HR processes where we need to be. And I think colleague as consumer was something I think I talked quite loudly about when I came to visit the panel. And we need to start thinking about what we do with customers externally, and how we kind of start to treat our internal colleagues as consumers internally.
Good. So I think we should start calling you the Director of Know-How.
I'd love to be called the Director of Know-How.
It's a great title.
Yeah, I'll be telling Teresa that's pretty much where we need to be going, hopefully. So
good.
It was an interesting job.
So Dave Buglas,
thank you.
CLO of the Year.
Thank you.
Tesco Bank. Congratulations, and thanks very much for talking to me.
And thank you again. Thank you. Appreciate it.